Hi, my name is Scarce. I'm here with Joseph Scarce, art therapy professor at the University of Tampa, and he's also a practicing art therapist in the surrounding Tampa Bay area. What we're going to do here today is just discuss a couple things about your experiences as an art therapist and possibly collaborating between art therapists and arts and medicine. So what I'm going to ask you is just to define what you think creativity is.
What I think creativity is.
That's a good question.
Oh my gosh, that's a broad question.
How about what is creativity and what it pertains to you, like in your profession within art therapy?
Within art therapy. That makes it even harder. No. I think creativity for the most part has a lot to do with flow. And I did my dissertation on art therapists making art with clients, and they reflected a lot on their creative flow.
Okay.
Because if somebody goes into a creative flow, they can kind of like zone out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
get in the groove.
Get in the groove
Yeah.
of it. And they can get so focused that they don't really know what's going on around them. They lose track of time. So I would kind of sum it up to that, pretty much.
So basically,
like the
creativity is
and
getting into that state.
Yeah,
that
getting
flow
in
state.
the flow state. Yeah.
Okay, so you can just kind of freely create things.
Yeah.
So would it be any different from art therapy to arts and medicine? Like creativity, do you think it would change?
Would it be any different? No, because if you're creating, you're creating.
You're creating.
So, yeah.
Define what art therapy is.
It's
very general.
General.
It's very general.
Excuse me. Well, I can give you like the elevator speech.
There you go.
Which is the shorter version. That's what I tell my students. You have the elevator speech, and then you have the longer one when you do an in-service.
There's so many little details.
Right. When you go out into the world and you do an in-service, and you have to, elaborate. Really, it's on the mental health side of things where you're processing a lot of trauma. A lot of times you're delving deeper into issues, mental health issues that are, if you're working with somebody with schizophrenia, or if you're working with someone with major depression, I could throw out all those diagnoses, right? So yeah, that's how I describe it, and I kind of believe that some people do self-expression also with that, and they do it in a studio setting, in a creative setting, or they do it in a clinical setting with a psychiatric lockdown.
There's so many different
facility.
forms of it.
So yeah.
Would you say the different forms still fall under that umbrella of art therapy? I guess for the different reasons.
You could split the hair a little bit.
A little bit.
Because some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do that. I'm somewhere in the middle. I think that I use both sides. So
both sides of it.
Yeah.
What would you define arts and medicine as?
I think it does not go so far into the trauma and the
or the clinical
side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of reflection on art making for joy and comfort and relief from stress and things like that in a medical setting most often.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of my general definition of it.
Now, your practice as an art therapist